Hello teachers, parents, anybody working with children. Today we are going to do some hip stretches because you know we work a lot at our desks and a lot of times we get tight and we just feel like we need to move a little. So join me on your mat or carpet or wherever you are. It's great if you're an educator to have a mat right next to your desk or somewhere to be able to get on the floor. You can actually do this like when you're doing reading groups or working at home. And we're going to start with just sitting down on our sides. So with our feet to the side of us. And as you're here, just press everything down and lift and feel your long spine here. And now, as if you're in a reading group, you could reach over to this child, maybe give them a paper in the front of you, and over to the other side. All right, now I want you to really focus on your upper back. When you're reaching, are your shoulders coming forward or can you hinge more at your hips? So let's try that again. Let's use both arms this time. So reach up and then hinge at your hips and just imagine that you're helping a child here come back up, or maybe you're folding clothes to the front and using your core to come back up, and just over to the other side and then come back up. All right, now we're going to switch legs. We'll press everything down here and just feel your spine tall. And as we switch sides, you can use a hand, or maybe you can lean back a little bit and flip your feet over to the other side without your hands, or use a hand. Like, do what works for your body. So on the other side, just sit tall here. Imagine you have your children or your clothes or something that you have to do at home, and just stretch, hinging from your hip, and come back up to the front. Yeah, and you can actually have the kids do this with you because they need to stretch as well. Stretch over to the other side, come back up. Let's just go one more time. Stretch, hinging from your hips, and then when you come back up, sit really tall to the center. And maybe when you're just starting this, it's really difficult and you can't stretch as easily as you will if you practice this a lot. And come back up to the center. Right, bring your feet out in front of you. See my orchids here, these aren't even mine, they're my neighbors. Always finding beautiful places, and just sit tall. Ground your feet down. If you want to, you can bring your hands behind you and just roll your knees to one side like a windshield wiper. Just moving and swiveling your hips. All right, now to add a little more, possibly you could actually bring your hands in front of you. So when you come towards the center, you are going to round a little bit, but when you bring your knees over to the other side, sit really tall. All right, and keep going and moving. Sit tall. Come back to the center. Your hips are loving you for giving them some new mobility in the middle of the day. Just a little mini break movement. Now let's try to add our hands. So bring one hand behind you as you swivel your hips and just reach over there. And then come back to the center, fingers come, and just reach over to the side. So you're giving yourself a nice stretch. Over and over. Now let's go the opposite way. As you're here, bring your hands over the other way. So you're really twisting all kinds of ways, and you're probably moving around here, but that's good. Just move and twist your body, moving your hips and your body. Okay, now bring your hands behind you. This can be a little bit harder on your knees, the next one, but it's really good for your core. So bring your knees to one side, and if it's possible, lean forward and see if you might want to use your fingers to begin. Lean forward and see if you can come up on your knee. And then slowly come down. Slow, 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 slow. Oh, yeah. And all these things are getting up off the ground, so we want to really be able to practice these as we age. Go to the other side. Use your hands. Don't feel bad about it. But see if you can add, it's almost going uphill, if you can add a little core work and come up. And then it's all about the coming down, 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 down. Slowly. One more time, the other side. Other side. Slowly lean forward and press yourself up. And then down. Having fun, aren't we? Other side. Yeah, these exercises don't have to be so difficult in our mind. And then press yourself up. Slowly come down. Increase your strength. Great. And then just come to a cross-legged. Sit tall. Take a big breath in. Bring your hands up over your head. And just bring your hands down. Thanks for joining me today. Have a super day.